So I would leave the floor to Janet, I would say.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm unmuted. That's great. So great to see all the students here. Great to see where you are coming from. And I really want to welcome you from my part, which is I am the Vice Rector for Teaching and Students, and I'm really delighted by your interest in the University of Innsbruck. And I'm pleased, of course, to welcome you to this online meeting. The University of Innsbruck, I'm convinced, offers a first-class education in one of the most beautiful regions in Europe. With excellent study programs, strong international networks, and a modern research landscape, the University of Innsbruck is a place for knowledge, innovation, and personal growth. We are hosting at the moment more than 27,000 students. Almost 4,000 researchers are eager to share their passion with you, and more than 1,500 staff members take care of the infrastructure to make your studies as pleasant as possible. Why do I believe that you should study exactly here at the University of Innsbruck? First, of course, and I think that's the most important one, is because our excellent research and research-led teaching, which in my opinion is very, very important, so that you get the scientific results and innovations as soon as possible presented in your lectures, in your courses. That I think is very important. And this makes the university so lively and so great to be a part of it. As a comprehensive university, we offer, of course, outstanding academic programs in a wide range, like social sciences, economics, humanities, as well as technical and natural sciences. And in all these fields, we have really prestigious and internationally recognized special research programs. For example, our latest special research area is in Neo-Latin, where we play a leading international role in the study of Neo-Latin literature. Who would have guessed? Furthermore, we are the forefront of the Quantum Science Austria Excellence Cluster and actively participate in the Excellence Cluster, which is called Eurasia, which covers cultural heritage and historical transformation processes. And, for example, also the Excellence Cluster materials for energy conversion and storage. So what you see with these three examples is that these excellence clusters really represent the heterogeneity of our research areas and highlight our strong focus, in my opinion, on digitalization, but also on sustainability. Second, I would say what is very important for us is our high quality and practice-oriented education. In addition to the excellent research-led teaching, which I just mentioned, we also emphasize small study groups. We emphasize vibrant academic discourse and practical problem-solving skills. So these are the main focus of our study programs. This ensures that our students are, in my opinion, optimally prepared for their professional careers as well as for their future academic endeavors. Depends on what you want for your after studies career. And third, I think, which is where we are really famous for, and which makes really Innsbruck a unique place, is of course the quality of life. Innsbruck is not only an outstanding university city, but also a place that perfectly combines education and quality of life. With the Alps right on our doorstep, students have ideal opportunities for sports of all kinds, but also for relaxation, because it provides really a perfect balance between studying and leisure. And of course, getting to know each other and making new friends. If you are looking for an excellent academic education combined with an exceptional quality of life, the University of Innsbruck is the right place for you to study. And I really looking forward to welcome you as our new students. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
so
then I will
much.
take, sorry, Martina. Yeah,
No, yes, I would leave you the floor, so please.
thank you very much. Yeah. So welcome and hello again. My name is Reinhard. Thank you, Jeanette Walde, for the introduction. We prepared some information for you in the following minutes on our presentation. I just give you a short overview of the content. We heard already in the introduction some important information about the university. We will go a little deeper on that. We will also go a little deeper on the issue of living in Innsbruck, about the city. Then, of course, we will introduce you shortly our study programs, the English-speaking study programs. And then I will give the word to my colleague Jasminka. She will talk about admission and answer some frequent questions. And of course, later, if you have any further questions, we are also happy to answer these. Then we will show you some additional services. And I think in the end, we have enough time for a little discussion or for further questions. So starting again, what is the University of Innsbruck? It was founded over 350 years ago, so it's a relatively old institution. Here we have a picture of the main building where the rectorate is, also the vice rectorate and the faculty of law. The University of Innsbruck is the third largest university in Austria. At the moment, we have more than 27,000 students. And this is also special for Innsbruck. We have a large proportion. It's around 50% of international students from the European Union and also from outside of the European Union. The university is also a big employee. We have more than 5,000 staff members, academic and non-academic, and 16 schools or faculties and 83 departments in various fields. So this is a short profile. On these faculties and institutes, we have more than 130 study programs in total. This means bachelor, diploma, master, and PhD. If we look closer at our master's and PhD programs, their number is 37, so a relatively large amount. And we heard already about the global relevance of the University of Innsbruck in terms of research, but of course, Innsbruck is also very strongly attached to the region. It's the official university of the province of Tyrol in Western Austria, and also Vorarlberg, another province, and the northern part of Italy. And it's also officially the university of another state, a small state, though, Liechtenstein. So we have international connections with our neighboring areas also. Again, to our research focuses, we can cluster them in these fields. Main research areas are cultural encounters, cultural conflicts. We have a big digital science center. We have a big, strong research focus on economy, politics, and society. Functional material sciences, so this is a more technical focus. We have molecular biosciences, a growing field, of course, located inside the Alps. We have a strong expertise in mountain research, mountain regions. Very renowned Innsbruck is also for physical research and also teaching. We have big facilities in physics, and also we have scientific computing. So a mix of cultural, social, humanities, and technical and classical natural science areas. Talking about Innsbruck, the city of Innsbruck, and a few reasons for studying in Innsbruck. If you look at this picture, I think you're already almost convinced. We don't have to say more. So Innsbruck is located in the heart of the Alps. It's surrounded by a beautiful landscape. We have mountains over 2,000 meters high. You see here in the winter, of course, there are lots of activities, but also in the summer. So it's the capital of the province of Tyrol. And it's a relatively small city with around 130,000 inhabitants at the moment. And 4 or 5 out of these inhabitants are students. So this is a very vivid and active student life. And the location is also near to major cities, like you have, if you take the train and there's no delay, you are in Munich within 2 hours, or in Salzburg. You can reach Vienna in around 4 hours, and also Venice in Italy in 5 hours. So this is very interesting to travel. So now coming to our programs, we have sorted them in fields. Like we start with engineering sciences. Our master programs, they have all 4 semesters is the regular duration and 120 credit points. So we have a master in mathematics, English-speaking master, also in software engineering and in computer science. Next is a longer list in natural sciences. And new from the upcoming winter semester, we have a master in biomedical life sciences. We have also a master in environmental meteorology. We have environmental management of mountain areas. This is a collaboration with some universities in Italy, in Bolzano. And also a new master program will be functional material science. And next one in the list is pharmaceutical science, drug development and regulatory affairs in collaboration with the Medical University in Innsbruck and our physics master. In humanities and cultural sciences, we have English and American studies. And this is also special for Innsbruck, a master called Peace and Conflict Studies. It's very broad, very interdisciplinary. We have people from all kinds of fields, medical science, law, technical background, which can be uptaken in this master program, Peace and Conflict Studies. Going to social and economic sciences, we have a number of programs here, banking and finance, also new. So you see we have a lot of dynamics in our programs. Digital society, social innovation, global citizenship is a new master program. Then we have experimental and empirical economics, information system, marketing and branding, media, society, communication, organization studies, and strategic management and innovation. If you're interested in theological studies, we have one master for you, philosophy of religion, and this one is also possible as an online program. So you can study this one online. Okay, so I will hand over the word to my colleague, Jasminka. She is the expert for application and solution.
I will take over, Reinhard. I will start. Hello, everyone. Yes, if you are interested in one of our wonderful master's programs, you also have to consider certain steps you need to take and also deadlines. So one of the most important things you have to do is, if you are interested, to apply online. That means that you upload all required documents. We will get on the required documents a little bit later. After the online application, the admission department is going to check all your documents, and if something is missing, we will let you know if you have to upload further documents. And of course, there are some dates you have to consider. Reinhard, can you please go on to the next slides? Thank you. For all students coming from the European Union, the online application for the study programs starts on April 1st until September 5th. If you want to start your study program for the winter semester. If you want to study in the next summer semester, meaning 26, you can apply online starting on September the 1st until February 5th. We have a couple of study programs where we have admission procedures before you can get enrolled. That is Digital Society, Social Innovation and Global Citizenship. This is a very new program starting in October, and it's a joint study program together with a Czech university and also an Italian university. And you will find all the detailed information you need for applying for this program very soon on our landing page of the study program. As Reinhard already mentioned, we have combined study program with the Medical University of Innsbruck, Pharmaceutical Sciences. There you have to register right now. It's going on until May 7th. So if you want to study that program, you have to register on that website, and there will be an admission test before you can get enrolled. And if you are interested in peace and conflict studies, then the deadline for registration is already over. So that means registration is only possible in 2026. So who didn't register so far is not able to start that study program the upcoming fall. If you get the confirmation from the University of Innsbruck that all your documents are properly and everything is perfect, you have to enroll at the admission department in Innsbruck, and we have the deadlines from July 7th until October 31st. But of course, if the semester starts on October 1st, then you should enroll yourself before that date. And we have kind of different deadlines for students who are not from the EU, for example, from India or Bangladesh. The online application also starts on April 1st, but it's over on May 15th if you want to study for the winter semester. So if you are really interested in coming to Innsbruck the upcoming fall, then you get all your documents ready and start the application on April 1st. And here also the admission procedures are coming into force, like I already mentioned on the slide before. So you have to register a little bit earlier. And the enrollment at the admission department for non-EEA applicants will be from July 7th until September 5th. And for the summer term, it will be from January 7th until February 5th. Now I pass over to my colleague, Jasminka.
Okay, hello. Okay, that's the next slide. So what does it mean, complete applications? That means you have to submit all the documents as it is a bachelor's diploma, then a transcript, a detailed transcript of records, and if these documents are not in English or in German language, they need to be translated by a sworn translator. And also, depending on what country you have graduated, sometimes you need also a correct legalization. There are different means of legalizations, for example, by means of the apostille. That's, for example, for India, because I've seen that there are some questions, and some can be then also explained then here. And also the another authentication is a double authentication. For example, for Pakistan or for some other African countries, as Ghana, for example, they have to authenticate and legalize their documents by means of the double authentication. What does it mean then? So if you upload all your documents, then we will check them if they are okay, if they are complete. If not, then you will get a message from us to upload missing documents. That you will have a time to upload them, and if they are okay, then they will be checked by a Dean of Studies to see if the general university entrance qualification is given. And if this is the case, then there is then you will get a letter of admission. There, or the general and university entrance qualification says that okay, you have a relevant bachelor's program to start with the master's, then you will get the letter of admission and can enroll in the admission department. Sometimes your bachelor's degree isn't relevant, or there are some courses missing, so you will be then asked to complete supplementary examinations, which have to be completed within the first 2 semesters of the master's degree. So that's, for the time being, the most important thing. If something, for example, if you don't have the documents, the official documents, when you start your application, then we need a confirmation of your institution that you have completed the bachelor's program, and that the documents will be issued at a later time, and you have to submit them then as soon as possible. That will be the next slide, Reinhard. Can I check it? Yeah, thank you. So that's it. So we can check them if you have some questions that are open.
Yes, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Jasminka. I don't know if Mr. Reinhard wants to add something, or we can go straight into the questions.
Yeah, so we have collected some frequent questions. The first one we answered already. It's all around admission. We can see this is another popular question. I've not completed my bachelor's program yet. I still apply for a program. So here's the answer to that. You need at least the transcript of records. Yeah. Other question is, how long does it take to get a notification, a reply from the admission department? We work as fast as we can. It depends, of course, on the timing of your application, and can take, in the worst case, several weeks. Yeah, of course, depending on your completeness of your application, and so on. So consider a good amount of a few weeks for your application, and yeah, don't be disappointed when you don't get a straight reply of the next day. So it can take some time sometimes. We don't forget you. Okay, so much for admission. If we have any more specific questions, apart from the ones we talked about, you can ask them in the chat or maybe after the presentation. We go now back to some other important aspects about living in Innsbruck. One thing is housing. Yeah, everybody needs to live somewhere. The university does not have any dormitories on site, so you have to organize your housing yourself, but there is some service and support, like the Students' Union. They have an overview, and there's also a private market, a big one in Innsbruck, to find some apartments or shared flats. We also have, of course, many student houses, yeah, and also database. It's called Heimdatenbank. So there are many student houses, but you need to apply at least 6 months or maybe further before you want to come here, because they are quite full normally. Sometimes the language is also an issue. Websites and contacts are frequently in English and German also, but yeah, sometimes maybe you have to try a little German or to translate. The city itself gives some information on the official website Innsbruck GWAT. You can find information about living also here, and also public transport tickets. We have bicycles for rent. It's all in the official site of the public transport organization. Many people ask about visa, scholarships, funding, and so on. The university does not really give special or general scholarships, but there are opportunities and possibilities for you. So please check out this site, studyinaustria.at. This is a good, or maybe the best collection of information and links about living in Austria, entrance, about visa, about also funding and grants. They have information in English and in other languages. So please write down the address. Back to services from the university. We have a library, yeah, big library, which also offers courses in academic writing, for example, and computer working places. We have a language center where you can learn if you want German or other languages. They have special prices, reduced prices for students also. We have Sports Institute for all members of the university, with a broad range of courses for winter and summer, indoor and outdoor. So if you want to learn skiing or other sports, we can do that. Also, there are here reduced prices for students. We do have an international relations office for incomings in exchange programs, and also for degree-seeking students. So check out this address for further information. And finally, contact. If you have any more questions, you can write us an email. We have this address, Study in Innsbruck. We will try to answer your questions and help you with your problems or questions. And at this week and next week, we have our master weeks. We have online information sessions on many master programs we offer, and many of them I mentioned before. So check out the program under this link, or just Google University of Innsbruck Master Weeks. Then you will find the program and hopefully also the desired master program, which is interesting for you. So that's it for now, for our presentation. Thanks for watching, for listening. And I think now we have some more time for questions. we can look into the chat. There are also some questions already in the chat.
Yes, thank you so much, Reinhard. I would thank you all, the speakers, but also thanks to all the participants who gave us many questions to answer. So I will start with the one by Lina from the Q&A box. She asks, hello, for the following masters, media, society and communication and strategic management and innovation. Is it possible to apply if my university studies were in translation and I already have professional experience in program management and process analysis?
That has to be checked by the Dean of Studies. So the content of the previous study program has to be checked. So we cannot say yes or no. Maybe it's yes, then it's okay. And sometimes, as said before, maybe it's okay in particular, but some courses have to be fulfilled or have to be taken, and or it is not okay. So that is a difficult question to answer now without having seen the documents, and therefore it's always suggested or recommended to apply, and then you will get an official result.
Okay, thank you so much, Jasminka. We have another question. Let's say this one. I was interested in the peace and conflict studies master programs. Do you have some network with the UN or other organizations? Maybe Mr. Reinhard, you were talking about.
I know there was a UN chair, a professorship in connection with this program. But right now, I think there are some collaborations. I would have to check the details, but you can find more information online. I will send you the link. One moment. Where you can find more information. We heard already that the application is for this upcoming academic year is over already, but you can maybe apply for next year or prepare your application for next year. So this is the link here in the chat to our landing page. You will find more information, more detailed information about the program here, and also some contact.
Thank you so much. We also have many doubts about the deadlines. So, for example, do you have different deadlines for European students? And also, do I need to learn another language besides English?
For the master degree programs, which we are offering now here, or they only need to have English proficiency, the students. So German language is not necessary then for these study programs. And there are different dates, as we have mentioned before. Can you give us the slide, Reinhard, before that FAQ admission? Maybe. So for non-EA applicants, we have the online application starting from 1st of April till 15th of May for the winter semester, and the enrollment is from 7th of July till the 5th of September. And for EA applicants, there are other deadlines then. So that's for non-EE applicants, and for EE applicants, therefore is the deadline or the on application 1st April till 5th September, and the enrollment goes from 7th of July till the 31st of October. So all this information can be found also on our homepage. So I can put also a link inside in the chat if you want.
Yes, please. That would be. I'm sure it will be very useful for the students. Also, while we wait for the link, I would like to read a question that was already answered by Yasminka, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be very useful for everyone, which is this one. To apply for master's course, so general information about all the documents that we need, and also, is it possible for a student without business studies background to apply for marketing and management courses? And is it possible to submit the application without English proficiency test score? So this is 3 questions in one. And I know Yasminka already answered. So if you would like to give us, I don't know, an overview of the answer, maybe?
So that was in regard of all documents that have to be submitted at the same time. That would be the most important thing. If not, then the documents will be checked, and also the language certificate should be uploaded the first time when the online application is done, and we are processing the application, so we will check them if they are okay, if they are complete, and if not, then they will be asked the students or the interests to complete or to upload missing documents, and this would be the certificate has to be uploaded also. It's not possible to upload them after admission, for example. That's not possible. So we need all the documents before this status.
Okay, great. I'm still checking the Q&A box. If also one of the speakers would like to answer one of the questions that I didn't already point out, let me know, please. Also, if you want to add something that maybe you didn't mention in your presentation, now it's the perfect time.
Maybe there was a question before about, is there any entrance test, somebody asked, for non-EU citizen? So if I can answer that, no, there's no special test. So the requirements, I think they're all the same. It's just the dates are different according to if you're from inside or outside EEA regions. And another question is, what is the acceptance rate for a Master of Computer Science? This is maybe also for a better understanding of the system. There's no limitation of places. So everybody who has a successful application and within the dates and deadlines will be accepted. So there's no limitation for that program. In other programs, like in PC and conflict studies, we have, I think, 30 places, but in computer sciences is no limitation. So we cannot say really much about acceptance rate. It depends on your application, if it's complete and you fulfill the requirements and you apply within the time, then you have very good chances to be accepted.
So I'm going to read one more question. What career support services does the university offer to help students with job placements after graduation? I think this topic wasn't already mentioned, and I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, thanks for this question. We do have a career service, special career service for our students. So they are working on this kind of topics like internships, contacts with companies in the closer region or international context. We also do have some fairs, like we have a fair every year for master programs and also for firms and companies for job opportunities. So the university works also on that to give you a perspective on your possibilities after you graduated here. And there's also a Austrian job agency. They are also coming on this events, and they also have information for non-EU citizens. So you can also find information there. They also help you find a job, give you information about your residency. So for instance, you can stay after your graduation, after your student visa expires, you can stay for 1 year longer in Austria if you prove that you're looking for a job. So you don't have to leave straight away. So yeah, many of these informations are somewhere on our website, or if you have specific questions, you can contact us in the email address, or if once you're here, you will find plenty of information while you're studying here.
Thank you so much. That was very interesting and useful, I think. I read one more question. Are any study gap accepted? I don't know, maybe. Oh, yes, thank you, Yasmin.
What do you mean by that? Exactly, where is the question?
So I think there are many questions like this. If someone interrupted the studies at some point and then decides to get back on track, let's say, is it okay? Are they gonna be worried about it?
It depends. Are we talking about a bachelor's degree or bachelor's programs or master's programs? Because what has to be clear is that our undergraduate study programs are all in German language, or their German knowledge is necessary. And if for another programs or master's program, there are also programs where German is needed, and in English-speaking programs not. So if the question is if someone will start at the beginning with a bachelor's, then German knowledge is necessary, and so before that have to be German language courses, but before they can attend the course, all the documents have to be submitted and they should be all okay. And then they will be enrolled in the beginning as non-regular student and can then pass the German examination and then can start with the bachelor's, for example. But if we talk about now about master's programs in English language, then it is really needed to upload all documents, to apply online, so in order to check the content of the study programs, the people or the persons who want to study here or interested have completed.
Thank you so much, Jasminka. I would read this other question. Are there opportunities for part-time work or internship during the study period?
Yes, generally it's possible. It depends also, again, on your nationality. If you are from outside the European Union or the EEA and you have a student visa, you can work up to 20 hours per week. 20 hours per week. And if you're a citizen of the European Union, European Economic Area, there's no limitation anyway. So it depends on your nationality. But it's possible to work. Yeah. And what was the other part of the question? Part-time studying. So it's not mandatory to study full-time. You can also do it part-time but then of course it will probably take longer. And it also depends on your visa. If you have a student visa, you have to prove your credit points, minimum amount of credit points per year. So you should at least do that.
Thank you.
And sorry, the second part was, I think, internships. In some programs, I think it's included. You can get credit points for that. It depends on the program, and you can find information in the curriculum. There it is defined how internships work. And normally the university also helps you in finding internship.
Okay, so there's another very popular question, and is how expensive is to live in Innsbruck? Can you give us maybe a general view about this?
Maybe I also try to answer this. It's of course individually, but we estimate minimum is 700 or 800 euros. This is really the minimum of living costs. It depends on your housing, of course. If you're in a student house, the prices start at 350 or 400 euros per month. So I think this is realistic for minimum costs of 700 euros maybe.
Great. So there's also another question repeated many times. I have, if a student has work experience, is it taken in consideration in applying when applying for a master?
No. We need the documents of the completed study program. So that's the most important thing to know.
Okay, so you can. There's also the contrary. So if you don't have any work experience, you can also apply to University of Innsbruck.
Of course, yeah. So the application criteria are clear. So it's a scientific education. So you need a bachelor, a qualification. Of course, if you have job experience, it is an advantage, of course. Yeah, maybe not in application or in the study itself, but of course in general, you have more knowledge and more background. It helps you in studying and in working on projects also, and maybe on your master thesis. But as my colleague said, for application, we unfortunately do not consider work experience. And as Martina put it, you can also put it the other way. You don't need it, yeah, as a prerequisite.
So one more question. Is there a minimum grade requirement to be admitted?
The grades, the questions about the grades. Yeah, so maybe Daniela or Jasminka, you can talk about that.
In which way? It means the GPA, or there are some scores? It depends also on the institution where the person has completed a study program, and also what are the credits that they have gained within the study program.
So also, I'm not sure if the question was, do I have to have good grades to be admitted or not? But I think they can also find this kind of information on your website, right? There's another interesting question, maybe more practical. Are classes organized in sessions? Are they all mandatory to attend or not? Can you also take them online?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. We do have classes where attention is mandatory, yeah, and where it is checked every week, yeah. And if you are not attending enough attendance, I think normally it's like 80% minimum is attendance time. If you're not fulfill that, then you fail. And we have other types like lectures. They are where the attendance is not mandatory. So it's recommended, of course. So this is also in the curriculum, and you will find out about this when you start, or you can read it already now in the landing page of each program. But we will explain it to you when you arrive, and when you organize your first semester, your schedule, then you will understand how it works and find out which courses are with mandatory attendance and which courses are not.
Okay, thank you once again. I think there are still many doubts about migrating from not from a university, but maybe from a field of study to another one. What would you suggest in those cases?
We do have the curricula for each study program, and you should, the best thing is to read the curricula to see are there similarities with the program people have completed already, and but that's a difficult question to answer now, because you really need to check the document, to see the documents, and only people or persons from the different schools at the University of Innsbruck, the Dean of Studies, for example, they can check these then in details, and it's difficult to say it so without having without having seen the document. So and we are not the competent persons now to say, okay, that is fulfilled or not. Yeah, I know there are some questions and that cannot be answered now. So yeah, it is inevitable to apply online or really to read our curricula and to see if they fit with the courses people have already finished or completed.
Thank you so much. I hope this answers many of the questions in the Q&A box. There's also this one, which I think it's very interesting. Do you have some activities like sport clubs or a dormitory on campus? Also, is there a way to speak to alumni?
I mentioned before our sports institute. So we have many courses. We also, of course, have sports clubs like soccer and skiing clubs at the university. Dormitories on campus. We don't have dormitories on campus. So you have to find your place to stay on your own. There's no official help from the university on that case, apart from the links I mentioned. Yeah. So the student union, they offer support in finding housing. And our alumni, by definition, they are gone. They are working, they have left the university. So sometimes it would be also for us interesting to talk to them, but I think it's nothing that can be done easily to talk to alumni. But you will find on our website, you find some statements from testimonials, alumni who studied at the university, and I think we have some videos and also some portraits of alumni. They can give you some information about their experience in our university.
So thank you so much. I think we have time for one last question. I've lost one that I really wanted to read because maybe you already answered, but I think it's very useful to answer to everyone. After you apply, can you expect to receive a feedback from the university? Is there an interview to take? So 2 questions in one.
Yes, you will get an answer from the university. First, you get the answer that that we received your application and that it will take a couple of weeks till the admission department checked all the documents that you uploaded. And if something is missing, we will let you know and send you a message to upload further documents. And there will be no interview.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Daniela. So I think our time is over. Unfortunately, we don't have time to answer all the questions, but don't worry because we will send emails with additional informations. So I would ask all the speakers if they have anything to add. Otherwise, I would say goodbye to everyone.
Maybe one last information or just a reminder. Look at our master weeks. Yeah, we have online info sessions for many of our master programs where you can also find information about admission, about requirements. So this, I think, is another very good opportunity to get information and ask some questions apart from the session, from the webinar today.
Thank you so much. So I thank you all the speaker and all the participants once again. And as I already mentioned, don't worry, because you will find many information not only on the website but also through email. So let's keep in touch. And thank you once again. Goodbye.